Really hope that this video doesn't look terrible because of the sunlight, but I just really wanted to shoot a video in the sunlight. Summer's taking too long. The 3DS. Was it taken away from us too soon, or did it fall by the wayside? Was it its own fault for its demise? What is up, you guys? Welcome to The Collective. My name is Furman, and in this video we are obviously talking about the Nintendo 3DS, which is literally one of my favorite handhelds and consoles. I mean, this is a juggernaut, honestly. It's so good that it is even comparable to like full-fledged consoles. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. And the sun glare is killing me. But anyways, guys, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but every now and then I feel extremely nostalgic. And you know, one of the most dangerous things when it comes to being a collector is the fact that you don't have to rely so heavily on nostalgia. Like, you can just look and you got all your old stuff right then and there. You just look right behind you, you know, it's just right there. It's right there. And I absolutely love that because of the fact that I can just go and pick up one of my 3DSs whenever I get the feeling to play something old school. Now, this doesn't happen as often as it used to, mostly because of the fact that there are some insanely good games coming out as of late. You know, Final Fantasy, we got Persona, like Tekken, Street Fighter, all of these good games have been coming out, and I've been kind of satisfied for a while, so I have not been, you know, going back to the whole retro realm so much. We're not even talking about the Nintendo Switch, because the Nintendo Switch has been a juggernaut. Like, this console has been so well supported when it comes to the games. It is insane. I mean, the number of first-party games on the Nintendo Switch is absolutely nuts. Look it up. It is a list compared to PS5 and Xbox, where, you know, it's you can count it with two hands how many games they have. But yeah, I was just, you know, thinking about the 3DS and how awesome it's been. And, you know, since I've been getting back into the mood of playing it again, I've been just like reminiscing and kind of missing the 3DS. The 3DS era of gaming was unreal. Like, they made a lot of mistakes. We're not going to doubt that at all. You know, not having a GBA slot, all of that stuff. The launch of the 3DS was not very good. That's why they had the Ambassador program, which basically gave you a bunch of Game Boy Advance games to kind of pay you back for being an early 3DS adopter. So yeah, like it was not going very well. But once this thing got some traction, it was unstoppable. First off, we have essentially one of the earliest gacha games, which is, you know, the Miiverse, the Mii games that they had on here, where it was Find Me and it was the Puzzle Swap for a while, and then after a while they came out with a bunch of different ones. I was absolutely addicted to those. Like, I was always wanting to get more of the puzzles, and you know, you would meet up with friends and they'd give you puzzles that you didn't have, and vice versa. And then on top of that, every now and then Nintendo would send you know, one of like their creators, like, you know, the big wigs and stuff like that, like Reggie Fils-Aimé and, you know, other big wigs in Nintendo. They would send their Mii's over through the online Miiverse thingy. I'm blanking on the name right now, but yeah, it was so cool to be able to see their Mii's and just have them with you. And obviously, you know, they gave you special puzzle pieces and all that, and sometimes their guys were extra stronger, so they would help you in the Find Me. And yeah, it was honestly one of those things that I thought was really gimmicky, but you know, once it caught some traction, I ended up being super addicted to it, and I absolutely loved playing it. And you know, it is really unfortunate that they got rid of that aspect of it. You know, they didn't even bother doing anything when it comes to the Nintendo Switch. They were just like, no, we don't need any of that. This console is going to be purely and solely just for gaming, I guess. So yeah. Another thing that I absolutely loved about the 3DS, you know, not just its connectivity, but also its customizability. if that's even the word you want to use. This thing was absolutely customizable. Not only did they come out with so many different variants of the 3DS, there was so many different ones. I mean, there was the original 3DS, the 3DS XL, then there was the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL, and there's the 2DS, which was the doorstopper, the 2DS XL. And honestly, like with all of those different consoles, there was millions of limited edition versions of each one of those console variants. So right then and there, you have so many different ways to customize your 3DS by just that. And the cool thing about the new Nintendo 3DS, not the big XL one, but the new Nintendo 3DS, was the fact that you could change the faceplates. I don't know why they didn't bring that to the XL models, but I mean, yeah, whatever. At least they gave us some cool limited edition ones. But that ultimately gave you the ability to customize your 3DS even further, because of the fact that you could just buy faceplates and then just swap them. And you know, sometimes you could even mismatch them too. So yeah, that was also awesome. And you know, another half of the customization ability of the 3DS was the fact that you could customize it in the inside. Yes, that is right. You could customize the home screen by essentially having wallpapers. They literally rolled out a wallpaper store where you could buy wallpapers and do all that kind of stuff, and they came out with a lot of them. They came out with a lot of different wallpapers, not just for the first party games, but also for some of the third party games, you know, some of the not so well known games. There was a lot of customizational ability when it comes to this console. And that is another thing that the Nintendo Switch has been lacking sorely. What do you get? You get two wallpapers, black or white. What is that? What is happening here? Number 3, another thing that I absolutely love about the Nintendo 3DS, it's the eShop. The eShop was really good. At first, it was really slow, and that's why they came out with the new Nintendo 3DS version. You know, give it a little more ponies, a little more horsepower in it to make it so that these things were a lot faster. And they made it so that the eShop was actually super smooth. And not just smooth, but it had music too, and the music was gorgeous. Like honestly, it is one of the best shopping experiences when it comes to the Nintendo, you know, online console system store front areas. Yeah, I said that right, I think. We all know the Wii U was absolutely goated, and the Wii U is honestly one of the best when it comes to that, because their theme songs kind of change like through the seasons and stuff like that. So sometimes the holiday season would have a more upbeat song, you know, get you to spend some cash money online. And you know, there was also the chill theme and all that kind of stuff. And you know, they obviously decorated that they decorated the storefronts too, so you know, for special occasions, like Mario had a special one. I think Pokemon had a special colored shop thing. But yeah, that was one thing that I absolutely loved. And the Nintendo Switch is lacking when it comes to that, because not only is it extremely slow, it is extremely unfun. There is no music on there. All you find is games, text, wallpaper, poorly working videos and stuff like that. But you do get some discounts, so that is nice. There's a lot more discounts on the Nintendo Switch than there is on the 3DS. Yeah. And obviously the biggest reason when it comes to the 3DS and why I miss it is obviously the games. The games were the biggest focus when it comes to this console. Like, they absolutely went crazy. Not only did you get a bunch of new games, you know, there was back when they were doing the 3D push, the 3D honestly did make games look a lot better. Until they ended up phasing that out, which is really unfortunate. You know, towards the later half of the 3DS's life cycle, they just kind of stopped making 3D games. And you know, Pokemon was really guilty when it comes to this, because so X and Y was like the first 3D games, but then the 3D didn't work very good on it. Like, it had some serious frame drops whenever you turned the 3D on. It was bad. And then they just altogether just stopped making 3D Pokemon games at all. And you know, obviously that was around the time where they stopped making 3D and all that, but I honestly thought that the 3D aspect of it added such a huge, like, something that was just so awesome and immersive and so cool to see. It was groundbreaking technology. Like, it truly was. Like, literally, not even joking. The fact that you could have a 3D screen without glasses was unheard of. There was only a couple of devices that were doing this, really, and they were very under the radar, so a lot of people didn't really know about this. So the 3DS really did popularize that. Well, I guess that was kind of 2 points. Obviously the games were awesome, but the 3D aspect of it was awesome too. And I cannot state this enough. It is really unfortunate that Nintendo said, hey, 3D too expensive, cut it off. We're not adding that to any more games. Get it out of here. Right, and last but not least, my last final thing when it comes to the 3DS is obviously the virtual console. I mean, guys, we got Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, and we got Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal on virtual console. And not just the regular English version. You could literally buy like the French and the Spanish versions of these games too. That was freaking cool. And these games are still stuck on the 3DS or on, the Game Boy. But this year would have been the perfect time for them to bring them over to the Nintendo Switch, and they did not do that. They did not do that. The virtual console wasn't just groundbreaking for those Pokemon games too. There was a lot of games that they brought to it that, were excellent games that were stuck on their old consoles too. Games like Link's Awakening XD, games like Oracle of Seasons and Ages, a lot of the Kirby games. There was, even Mega Man, like the Mega Man Extreme games, Extreme 1 and 2. There's a lot of people that didn't even know that those games existed, but they do. And they ported them onto the Nintendo 3DS. I was about to say Nintendo Switch, but the Nintendo 3DS. All in all, I say this to say that the 3DS, I feel like the 3DS was more loved by Nintendo than the Nintendo Switch is right now. And yes, I'll say Nintendo Switch is killing it. It is an absolute juggernaut. It is massacring in sales. I mean, this thing is insane, but it doesn't have that like Nintendo seal of approval. Like the console is just kind of bare bones. It doesn't really I'm not even joking, most of the limited edition Switches aren't even that special. Like they're just kind of like, slap a coat of paint on it, call it good, ship it. And that also goes for the user interface too. Like it literally seems like they just were like, let's make it as minimalistic as it is. We are going to focus on games and nothing more, and that is absolutely it. And that's what they did, and we love them for that. But geez, like this console doesn't feel like a Nintendo console like the 3DS and the Wii U did. Those consoles felt like Nintendo put their all into it. And remember, I'm saying the consoles. I'm not saying the games or, the marketing, because we all know the Wii U marketing was horrible. But those consoles truly felt like it had that Nintendo love in it. Alright guys, I know this is kind of a random video, but I just wanted to take the chance to talk about the 3DS because it is so awesome and it is one of my favorite consoles of all time. Alright guys, so don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. And if you guys enjoyed this video and you love the 3DS, let me know in the comment section. Alright guys, we will see you on the next video. Peace!